Good morning, my dear students. Today, in history, we are going to continue the same chapter, that is Rise of Nationalism in Europe. Children, in our yesterday's class, we have studied about the making of nationalism in Europe, then the aristocracy and the middle class, and the liberal nationalism. Children, today we will study about the new conservatism after 1815 and the revolutionaries. Now children, we will start with the new conservatism. After 1815, children, you know that this you have studied in class 9th also. Napoleon was defeated in 1815 by the combined powers of Britain, Russia, Prussia and Austria. After the defeat of Napoleon, European governments wanted to follow conservatism. Now children, what is the meaning of conservatism? Conservatism is a political philosophy that stresses the importance of tradition, established institutions, customs and preferred gradual development to quick change. Children, conservatives believe that the established traditional institutions of state and society should be preserved. Children, after the defeat of Napoleon in 1815 in the Battle of Waterloo, the European government were driven by the spirit of conservatism. Most conservative did not want to return the society of pre-revolutionaries dynasty. They realized that change initiated by the Napoleon will strengthen the traditional institutions like monarchy. Children, they have also understood this, that a modern army, an efficient bureaucracy, a dynamic economy, the abolition of feudalism and serfdom could strengthen the autocratic monarchies in Europe. Thus, the conservatives of that time accepted the changes which were in the favor of their interest. Children, in 1815, representatives of European powers, Britain, Russia, Prussia, Austria, who had collectively defeated Napoleon, met at Vienna to draw up a settlement for Europe. The Congress of Vienna, or Conservative Response. The Treaty of Vienna in 1815. Children, the European powers met at Vienna and tried to transform all the changes that came about in Europe during the Napoleonic era. The representatives of Britain, Russia, Prussia and Austria met at Vienna in 1815 to draw up a settlement of Europe. Children, this Congress was headed by Austrian Chancellor Duke Metternich. The Treaty of Vienna of 1815 was drawn up at the meeting. Its objective was to undo most of the changes which had come in Europe during the Napoleonic War. Children, once again I am repeating this. The object of the Treaty of Vienna was to undo most of the changes that had come about in Europe during the Napoleonic War, and this Congress was headed by Austrian Chancellor Duke Metternich. Some of the steps taken according to the Treaty of Vienna are: the first one is the Bourbon dynasty, which had been deposed during the French Revolution, was restored to power. Children, if you remember, in class 9th, we have studied in French Revolution how in 1789 the monarchy was abolished. Then a series of states was set up on the boundaries of France. Why did they set up a series of states? So that to prevent the French expansion in future. For example, the Kingdom of Netherlands was set up in the north. Similarly, Genoa was added to Piedmont in south. Prussia got some important territories on its western frontiers, and the Austria got control of northern Italy. German Confederation of 39 states, which had been set up by Napoleon, was left untouched. In the east, Russia was given part of Poland, while Prussia was given a part of Saxony. Children, the conservative regime which was set up in 1815 were autocratic. They did not tolerate criticism and dissent and sought to curb activities that questioned the legitimacy of autocratic government. Most of them imposed censorship, laws to control what was said in newspaper, books, plays, and songs, and reflected the ideas of liberty and freedom. Children, once again I am repeating new conservatism after 1815. Children, after the defeat of Napoleon, European governments were driven by the spirit of conservatism. Then Britain, Russia, Prussia and Austria drew up the Treaty of Vienna in 1815. The main motive was to undo the changes initiated by Napoleon and to restore monarchy. Now let's see the provisions of Treaty of Vienna. First one, restoration of Bourbon dynasty. Then territories acquired by Napoleon were taken back. Then prevention of French expansion in the future. No change in German Confederation of 39 states. Now the revolutionaries. Children, as the conservative regime was autocratic, most of them imposed censorship, laws to control what was said in newspaper, books, plays, songs, etc. During the year following 1815, the fear of repression drove many liberal nationalists underground. Secret societies sprang up in many European states to train the revolutionaries and spread their ideas. To be revolutionary at that time meant a commitment to oppose monarchical form that had been established after the Vienna Congress and to fight for liberty and freedom. Most of these revolutionaries also saw the creation of nation state as a necessary part of this struggle for freedom. One such individual was the Italian revolutionary Giuseppe Mazzini. Born in Geneva in 1807, he became a member of secret society at Carbonari. As a young man of 24, he was sent into exile in 1831 for attempting a revolution in Liguria. He subsequently founded two more underground societies. First, Young Italy in Marseilles and then Young Europe in Bern, whose members were like-minded. Children, once again, just see the revolutionaries. During the following year of 1815, the fear of repression drove many liberal nationalists underground. Secret societies sprang up in many European states to train revolutionaries and spread their ideas. To be revolutionary at this time meant a commitment to oppose monarchical form that had been established after Vienna Congress and to fight for liberty and freedom. Most of these revolutionaries also saw the creation of nation state as a necessary part of this struggle for freedom. One such individual was Italian revolutionary Giuseppe Mazzini. He founded two underground societies. First, Young Italy in Marseilles and Young Europe in Bern, whose members were like-minded young men from Poland, France, Italy, and the German states. Mazzini believed that God had intended nations to be the natural units of mankind. Children, once again, I am repeating this. Mazzini believed that God had intended nations to be the natural units of mankind. So, Italy could not continue to be a patchwork of small states and kingdoms. It had to be forged into a single unified republic within a wider alliance of the nations. This unification alone could be the basis of Italian liberty. Following his model, secret societies were set up in Germany, France, Switzerland, and Poland. Mazzini's relentless opposition to monarchy and his vision of democratic republic frightened the conservatives. Metternich described him as the most dangerous enemy of our social order. Children, once again I am repeating this. Metternich described him as the most dangerous enemy of our social order. Let's recall Giuseppe Mazzini. He was an Italian revolutionary. He was a member of Secret Society of Carbonari and the founder of Young Italy and Young Europe. Believed that God intended nation to be the natural units of mankind. Described as most dangerous enemy of the conservative social order by Duke Metternich. That's all for today, children. Thank you and have a nice day.